All right, let's go through the lineup because it's really
I didn't.
It's easy to say it, but it's easy to say it. But when you go through the lineup and you think of the back-to-back MVPs, and that's definitely on my trivia question list now. I'm going to be stumping people left and right because I had no idea. But I guess you got to start a catcher behind the plate.
Yep.
And who better to do that than our very own Yogi Berra?
Yeah, Yogi. Unfortunately, I never got to play on a team that Yogi was coaching, but I did compete against his Dale, who played for the Pirates for a few years, and got to know Yogi a little bit, shaking his hand a few times.
That's great. And then you head over to first base, and no other than Jimmy Fox. I mean, what could you say there? Just.
Yeah, I mean, again, one of the legends of the game.
And just an incredible infield. You move over to second base, of course, with Joe Morgan.
I was thankful to be able to play against him for quite a few years. He was part of the best team I ever played against. And I got my first call-up in September of '76. So that was in the heart of the Big Red Machine era. So,
and I think they slid by the Yankees a little bit that year in '76. That was a tough one. Then you move over to short, and obviously early in his career, but Ernie Banks, Let's Play 2.
Yeah.
Just a great resume, just an incredible player as well.
Great power-hitting shortstop.
Great power-hitting shortstop. I don't know if has there really been a power-hitting shortstop since then?
Well, I think there's some shortstop that put up some big numbers, but over the course of their career, I can't think of anybody. Nobody comes to mind.
And certainly nobody with 500 home runs, so that alone. Then third base, I would guess that would be that guy, Mike Schmidt. You saw a little bit of him, I'm sure.
Yeah, we played, all the 80s against each other, and Mike was always really nice to me. He talked to me. In fact, after he retired, I remember, and I was still playing for a couple of years, gave me a few hitting tips, and, I've always appreciated Mike, and he's always kind of reached out to me, even though we were competitors, and I've always appreciated that.
Awesome. Now, I think part of doing it is your last name had to begin with M.
That's right.
It was like a M. Obviously, Mantle and Maris were known as the M&M boys. So I think when we go with back-to-back MVPs, it's MMM, which is Maris, Mantle, Murphy. Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah, no, it is. And it becomes more crazy as time goes on. As I look back at my career, when you're in the midst of your career, you're just kind of playing. But as time goes on and you get away from the game, you're so much more appreciative. And then when you ask a question like that and you say it like that, it really hits home. That was really lucky.
It does. Did you have any experiences with Mickey or Roger at all?
No. I did get the chance to meet Roger's son a few years ago, and no,
never met either one of them.
No. Wow. I just as a kid, I remember Pete Ward, who was a friend and teammate of Mickey's for a few years, had clinics out in Portland, Oregon, and somehow when I was a kid, he got Mickey Mantle to come out there, and that was amazing. So I saw him, close up at a clinic. Saw him hit and saw him talk about hitting as a kid. But I just shake my head. I mean, it's hard to believe that things worked out that way, that I'd be a part of that group.
Well, we got two from that group that still have to get into the Hall of Fame, which is you and Roger.
Well, that would be great. I've had a lot of people that have been very supportive. Just not enough yet. Maybe something will happen with the Veterans Committee.
Okay, absolutely. If Home Run Baker's in there, I mean, I'm sure your stats are. I'm sure you and Roger both have stats, and we can't forget the mound. And you would think on the mound it would be Cy Young or Walter Johnson or somebody, but on the mound is actually Hal Newhouser. Just a great guy.
Yeah, I think it's interesting now. We're speaking as we speak now. There may be a pitcher that wins the MVP this year.
Absolutely.
In Kershaw, but I think there's been a long stretch of years where they kind of give the Cy Young to the pitcher and the MVP to the everyday player.
Absolutely, it got separated.
Kind of got separated, which I think there's some good arguments both sides. But anyway, those 2 years, Hal Newhouser won the MVP. So
I think when I was a kid, I remember Vida Blue winning it one year.
Oh yeah, I think I can't remember exactly, but there have been some pitchers, and
sprinkled.
Boy, when you think about winning the MVP as a pitcher, I mean that's saying something, because I tend to lean toward the everyday player.
Absolutely.
But it's hard to argue on the years that it has happened, and like I say, it could happen again this year with Clayton Kershaw.
Well, we're going to have some real fun signing these. You're going to have to draw a little bit, so we're going to put our artistic fun. And we're going to be here at Steiner Sports today. We're going to be filling out the lineup card with Dale Murphy on the 9 players, the first 9 players that won back-to-back MVPs, which is such a special accomplishment. And we're just so happy to be up here today, and we're having a great time. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Look forward to it. Thank you.